Welcome back to Sports Card Analysis. I'm JT with another case break simulation. Today we got 2023-24 Panini Prizm basketball. Good product, lots of parallels, tons of stuff to hit, and it's got that flagship feel, so you can get some rookies, get some pretty rare cards in here, Kaleidoscope, Prismania, some pretty cool stuff. Real quick, I'm going to give you a bunch of information, how to buy into breaks and which teams you should buy with this product. Please don't blame me if you don't get a hit, and please, if you do get a hit, share it in the comments, but I don't expect anything from you. This is free for you. $11,899 per case of this on Steel City, and so that's a little markup from where the breakers get it, and once they get it, they have to make a profit. So why am I telling you that? Well, if you don't care about the actual players on the card or what the values are, instead you just want to maximize the probability of getting a hit, I have figured out for you what the print runs are of all of these things. Hopefully I'm pretty close. And then I'm going to give you this case cost across all of the cards. And so what that does is tells you what you should pay if you just want to pay for the highest probability of getting a hit. So the Lakers have the most autographs. These three columns are autographs: unique, total, and price. So if you wanted to pay for the probability of hitting autographs, you could pay about $700 for the Lakers and you'd still be paying a fair market value. I know that's a lot of money, but there's a lot of cards here, and these cases are very expensive. So the Lakers have the most autographs, and then you have 1 through 10 here. I'll just go through a few pages. This is the price you pay for probability. Remember that. I will go over player values next. This is page 2, and then page 3, and then we can talk about we can look at page 4, but it doesn't have much information. Now I'll skip ahead to total number of cards. That's not just autographs, it's autographs, insert cards, parallels, everything, short prints, whatever. So the team with the most cards again is the Lakers, but this time if we distribute the case cost across all cards and not just autos, these are the prices you should pay. So I'll go through a couple there. These are the teams, these are the top 10 teams that you're going to find will offer you the biggest stack of cards per break with Panini Prizm basketball. So keep that in mind. You want to, some people just want to walk away with the most cards. Some people want to walk away with the most autos. They don't care who they are. They just want them. So that makes sense. Now here's the best part of my videos. I think I have developed an algorithm that does 200 case break simulations. It actually will do however many I want because I made it. But I assign a value to every single card, a dollar value, to every single card in the checklist. Then I run those simulations. After that, I calculate average ROI, return on investment. I show them to you, and I allow you to use that information for free to buy into breaks with. So hopefully you'll get something out of that. I also developed this 1 through 5 scale, 1 being players that probably won't sell very well, 5 being the very profitable players. And then I break these products down, give them a score, and figure out how good is this product. And we can compare it to other products. Prizm's pretty cool because it does offer a lot of veterans, and it offers a lot of retired players, Hall of Famers. It even gives you, the top rookies. It also does have a lot of cards in, the lower categories. Guys that might not sell, guys that won't be remembered, or, will just be collected by team collectors, for example. No big deal. That's what this product has. It's actually pretty good. But overall, if you look at the autograph checklist by itself, just the autos, 2.3 out of 5, very low, not good. But the product value, 3.0, that's actually really good. We've been seeing a lot of low stuff lately, and this is actually decent. So let's go and look at average ROI per case for 200 cases. So what I do here is I run the 200 simulations, add up the ROI for each team, and then divide that number by 200. So this includes cases where there were no hits at all for a team, but there's base and inserts and stuff like that. These are the ranks of the checklist. Really what that means is it offers the most dollar value. So it would be, even if it doesn't have a lot, if that team doesn't have a lot of 5s, on this scale in the checklist, if it has a lot of 4s and it winds up, being very probable that you'll get one of those hits, the rank is better. So the lower number, the better. So the Lakers have the top team in the whole product. And then this one here is for autographs. We can look at who's the best autograph. The Pistons have the best, and that's because most often the ROI added up to more with just autos. So that's kind of how you can read that. But we're going to go off ROI. ROI is the best indicator here. And this is over 200 cases. So obviously, a lot of times this happens in my simulations where one or two of the cases will have a very rare 1 of 1 or 1 of 5 really great player auto, and that's what happened here with Luka. So you got the Mavericks, and their average ROI pushed this over to 510. That's just because a 1 of 1 of certain players does really register as a high value card. And it does kind of skew the numbers a little bit. But if you go down, I think this is where we start to get more realistic. The Lakers being at 390 with their ROI, that's pretty good. So what you'd want to use this table for is just to figure out first, which teams are returning a really good ROI. And when you have to go pay for these teams, what's a price that should be fair to pay? This is based on player value. This is based on checklist value. So, I don't believe there's any LeBron James autographs in here. I think he's got an exclusive deal with Topps now. So the Lakers do actually still provide a lot of value in this product. So there you go. There's 1 through 10 with the ROI, and here's the average ROI for 200 cases. There's page 2, page 3, and I won't even go to page 4. You get it. And so there you go. That's and if you got like Supersonics and a Breaker's going to add them to Oklahoma, just you do the math yourself. I do not join those teams together. I didn't anyway. I should probably do that in the future. Anyway, so now you might be asking, well, what about teams, or what about teams not by all 200, but just when they hit, just only in the cases containing hits for that team. So after I run 200 case break simulations, I break it down not only by team, but by hit type. So now I have autographs in here. I have the parallels, the inserts, and base cards. So what you'll see now is how many cases in the 200 case break simulations this hit, and what was the ROI on those hits. So for Knicks autographs, it only showed up in 43 cases. But when it showed up, it was $187. Now you add that to the parallels, you add that to the inserts, the rare cards. Now you're talking about maybe having a higher ROI. So we got the Grizzlies at number 1, 209 ROI, but they only showed up in 61 cases. It's actually pretty hard to hit a team that is under 100. Any team that shows up in the 200 case break simulation, I would say, under 100, under 75, because once you're there, you start to talk, 1/4 of the cases. So 50 would be 1/4, 1/4 of 200. So 43 cases is when you get a Knicks auto. Well, you only get, for every 4 cases you open, basically, you'll get a Knicks auto. That's what that means. But when you start getting up here, now we're talking about 3/4. That means that every 4 cases you open, you will get 3 Dallas Maverick autographs. So now you can see that some teams offer better odds. That's this column right here. And so you want to read this team, hit type, and then the prices. And I'll go through a couple pages here. And just keep in mind, this is kind of the rarity that you're looking at. 3/4 of the time, less than, this is like 1/8 of the time, 1/8 of the time. So there you go. There's page 2. So now we're getting some of the insert cards there, a lot lower. And sometimes when you get down to the base, ignore this number, because some of the cards, I value at like a few cents. And this isn't because I think they're worth that now. A lot of people get on eBay and sell them for $1. That's just what they're going to be worth later. So there you go. There's page 4. There's page 5. We'll go all the way. Let's just go all the way. We'll go to page 7. And then you just got a couple there. So there you go. There you have it. The Grizzlies offer the best ROI, but they really don't have a lot of hits in the autograph section. So keep that in mind. There you go. Use that in your purchases. What about sets? When you go to price your cards, you might think, okay, the set that I've hit, I might have hit this franchise favorite signatures, premium box set gold prisms. And you're like, well, I bet you there's a lot of people who have these cards, so it's probably a $514 card. But then you look and you see that only 3 cases out of 200 hit that card. Maybe that card's rarer, more rare than I thought. If there's 200 cases and only 3 of them contained one of these cards, maybe you should bump the price up to like 700. Because at that point, as the eBay seller or the check out my card seller, you could basically just dare people to find another one. Sorry about that alert there. That was, a little Yahoo News or something. I don't know. Yeah, you just dare them to find one. This one right here, this Signatures Black Prizm, it only showed up in one case. One case out of 200. So, I mean, it's rare. So you probably want to make that. I don't know what player it is. I don't show it because that would kind of reveal how my pricing strategy works. But basically, that's what I show this table for. What are the rare sets, and how should that impact when you sell your card? You go to these card shows and people are like, oh, it's just a normal Brock Purdy. I mean, that's a football reference, but, oh, it's just a normal Larry Bird, whatever. And be like, yeah, well, find me another one. Yeah, you can't. Exactly. And I went to a card show this weekend trying to buy an Anthony Rizzo auto, and that's exactly what happened. They're like, well, we can't find another one like this, so the price is, $300. I was like, get out of here for Anthony Rizzo autograph. Come on. Anyway, long story short, there you go. There's 4 pages of sets. Now let's look at the players for the master checklist. Let's just look at a few. I'll sort it by total number of autograph cards. Who has the most autos in this set? This guy, Tumani Kamara. Lot of rookies and guys I've not heard of. I don't watch a lot of basketball, but I kind of try to follow the trends in the hobby. I know there's some Wemby stuff in here, so we'll look at that. Let's look at him and see what he's got. Wemb. We can just sort by that. Victor Wembanyama, Spurs, no autographs. Okay, he's got 5,841 parallel cards. I think there's 22 different parallels in this set. He's got 2,615 inserts. And then obviously I tried to figure out the print run, but this one I might have just scaled it back to 10,000, maybe because I didn't want my computer to crash when I ran the simulation. So keep that in mind. But no autographs. So that's right there. We can see, who on the Lakers is really giving us value and why are they so high on ROI? Well, here's your Lakers. In this column right here is the autographs. Here's all your people with autographs. Magic Johnson's got almost 300. Shaq's got a few. Kareem's got a bunch. Yeah, there's some pretty good names in that list. LeBron James has none, so keep that in mind. Definitely has a lot of parallels. So there you go. There's that. Who else should we look at? I don't know, but I'll go through a couple pages with this sorted by a number of autographs, and you can kind of, I thought I changed this table to only show 10 at a time, but it's still showing 20. So that's page 1, and we'll go back up. Here's page 2, still sorted by who has the most autographs, and we'll go down that list. And if we don't see any of the most popular names, I'll search for those too. There we go. There's page 3. We'll go through one more page here, see what we get. There you go. Yeah, Nikola Jovic. So we got him. I don't remember seeing Luka on here. Let's see how many he's got. 276 autographs. So it looks like some of the veterans and the better guys are going to have about 276 autographs. That seems to be a common number. You're chasing rookies here. The rookies are the ones you're going to get graded and are going to have, the most value later. So let's see. Total number of cards by team. I already kind of went over this, so I don't really need to do it again. But here they are in order. Total cards by team. This is all cards, autos, parallel, inserts, everything. Screenshot this stuff. I didn't say it at the beginning of the video. If you're just joining me for the first time, the reason I do this is so that you could screenshot and use this in your purchases. So just take a screenshot. There you go. So 1 of 1s, you're chasing 1 of 1s. These are by print run, ordered by print run here. So there are 650 1 of 1s in this product. That's decent. Sometimes you see over 1,000 per product. This one's only got 650, and a lot of times you'll see like the 5s or the 8s or whatever will have less cards than the 1 of 1s, which is crazy, but not in this case. So 650 1 of 1s, and if you are chasing 1 of 1s, here's this column here. Here's the teams with the most 1 of 1s. There they are, the top 10 teams with the most 1 of 1s. Now my 200 case break simulation, let's just show you the results real quick. I run 200. I'll show you one case. This is case number 200. I didn't get any 1 of 1s in this one. I sort this by print run. But here's some of your expectations for the types of cards, the quality of the players, tier wise. You for every great auto you get, you're gonna get a few bad ones. So you got some debt left shrimp for all the people who like Parks and Recreation. We recognize that name. So there you go. There's page 2. There's page 3. This is just LaMelo Ball, just to set your expectations at the right level. A lot of people think all these cases are stacked with just an enormous amount of autos. You go into it, there's a good chance you're not going to get any. All right, for all 200 cases, I got 45 one-of-ones. I have 45 one-of-ones, okay? And that means that we're getting about 1/4 of the cases. So for every 4 cases, one of them will have a one-of-one. That's what that means. I won't even go through those. Now, ROI per team. I did tell you which teams had the most ROI, and I sorted them and went through them so you could see which teams in order have the most ROI on average. Well, maybe you want to see how it changes. You want to actually visibly see it. So here's how you read these bar charts. These bars represent ROI, return on investment. Find some teams that you're interested in buying, and I'll scroll through this slowly, and you can see that the teams that have the most profit, this is each one of these bar charts is a case break. There's 20 of them. You can see that it changes. Are the Nets bad every single time? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't gone through this yet. 76ers go up and down. The Suns go up and down. You know, what is that? The Cavs, they go up and down. So keep that in mind. We're going to look through this, and you might be discouraged by the information I gave you earlier in the video and not want to buy the team that you originally wanted to buy because you saw that they were lower on the list. But boom, look, there's this one. Every once in a while, some of these teams just really have a good case break. And you want to see that. You want to see Panini sticking value in here for each team so that there's not just everyone chasing the same 3 teams every single time. So there's ROI by case per team. And now here's the total number of cards that I received by team in the simulation. And you can see the order is pretty much exactly the same as it was with the master checklist. So what the simulation returned is really similar to what reality has in the checklist. Now for one-of-ones, I got those 45 like I showed. Here's the teams where I got one-of-ones. So even though the Lakers had the most, I didn't even get a lot of Lakers one-of-ones. I got 3 of them, but I got 4 Mavericks and Hawks, so that's cool. So maybe buy the Mavericks and Hawks if you're chasing one-of-ones. Now, the final table here is by card type. We're going to look at hits by card type. And so we're going to go to autos first. Lakers, I got the most autos for the Lakers, 304. Trailblazers, 280. And there you go. There's the top 10 for autos in the simulation. So, and I like to think the simulation is very close to the real world. So there's all 4 pages of that, just 30 at the end there. And so there you go. That is for autographs. That's 2023-24 Prizm. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your breaks. I hope you hit. Share your hits in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. See ya.